Today we're answering the most common questions runners over 50 ask. This is Coach Parry Auto Suggest. I've got the Coach Lindsay Parry with us today and we're going to answer your burning questions. Okay, thanks Nikita. Let's take a look at the first question. Lindsay hasn't seen these, so this could get interesting. Lindsay, first question that people over 50 are Googling is running bad for over 50s?
That is an unequivocal no. We do need to change how we train when we are over 50, but running, like all cardiovascular exercise, is really good for you and will keep you healthy and keep you younger and keep you able to do the things that you enjoy doing for many years to come. I think linked to that often is that people say, ooh, running is so bad for your knees. And I think it's important to emphasize that you must change what you're doing and how you do it as you get older. You need to readjust your goals. You probably want to run fewer times a week. You definitely don't want to run every day. I think that's a really important change to make as you go over 50, and you want to add strength training so you can really help yourself be ready to run. When we're younger, the saying that we use is to go that we run or exercise so that we can be healthy. And as we get older, we say that we do strength training so that we can exercise and so that we can be healthy. And I think that's really the two key things that I would say about running after you're 50. Cut down how often you run, add in strength training, but running over the age of 50 is really good for you.
Brilliant stuff. All right, there's some weird questions that do get asked on the internet, so I don't know if we've got any because Nikita got these together for us. But the next one, this is a decent question. Best diet for runners over 50?
Yeah, look, I'm not surprised that's been Googled, because as you get older, your appetite definitely starts to shift, and so therefore it's important that your diet also changes. So if you are in a place where you are struggling to eat or you can't eat as much as you used to eat, it actually becomes more important to make sure that you're eating the right types of food. We want to be taking in some carbohydrates, although our carbohydrate percentage of the diet will drop slightly as we go older. And very importantly, we want to provide proteins and do the strength training so that we can slow down the atrophy or the breakdown of muscle that happens as we get older. So the diet will change, and there will be a slightly bigger component of protein in your diet, a slightly smaller component of carbohydrates in your diet, and then you will be able to keep fueling yourself for the exercise that you love.
Brilliant. All right, next question. Coach, let me get that off. Oh, my hat. When do runners over 50 lose their virginity? I can't believe people actually Google that, but...
Well, so that is quite I wouldn't say it's an interesting question, but it's an interesting slant on the question, because what I'm thinking is that, is he asking that once I turn 50, I'm giving myself new life goals, and therefore I'm going to say that once I've had sex for the first time after 50, I've lost my virginity? In other words, can you still regularly get action when you're over 50? Or is it someone who's literally gotten to the age of 50 and thought like, hell, it must be time now?
People Google the weirdest things. But that's a great answer, Lindsay. If I was you, I would have just passed, but you gave it a good shot. All right, cool. Funnily enough, you mentioned this in the first one. Strength training for runners over 50. So what sort of strength training should runners over 50 be doing?
Again, I think the importance there is that not should we be doing strength training over 50. The answer to that is obviously yes. It's how do we change the strength training that we need to do. And I would argue that two changes need to take place. Is that even if you are doing strength training going into 50, you probably want to emphasize it more. So in other words, if you're doing 2 sessions a week, I'd aim for 3, and certainly doing more strength training as we get older. And then you also want to change the strength training that you are doing. We want to focus on building muscle. So you want to push yourself in the gym and do some hard sessions. Obviously, if you are running for performance, that can complicate things a little bit. So you've got to get the timing of when you do your hard strength sessions and when you do your hard runs right. But the point is that we want to both reverse the effects of aging, in other words, the atrophy or muscle loss that happens as we age, or slow it down, and then we want to reverse it. So we are going to lose strength. but we can definitely flatten that, and in the short term we can reverse the effects, and that's what we're after, so that we then really slow it down after pushing it up off an even better base to lose that strength.
Yeah, I love the way you talk about how much strength training, and you always say that 3 is ideal. What's the saying that you...
Yeah, so really at Coach Perry, what we say is when you're over 50, 3 days a week of strength training is ideal, 2 is better than 1, and 1 is way better than none.
So the good news is we've put together a free strength training plan for you that if you're over 50 is exactly the strength training that you want to be doing. You can click on the link on screen right now to download it. All right, cool. So the next question, this is awesome because this is one that we get asked all the time here at Coach Perry, and that is, can runners over 50 get faster?
Again, that is an unequivocal yes. It would be unrealistic to expect everybody to get faster over 50, but we've just had so many experiences with runners, particularly those that start running later in life, that just continue getting faster through their 50s. I think what's more important for me though, is that somewhere between the age of sort of 47 and 55 is where runners really start to battle and slow down a lot. And when you start doing the right things for where you are right now in your life, you can reverse those, and in the short term you do get faster. So you might not be running PBs, you might not be hitting your personal records of all time. However, you can get yourself quite close to where you were as you entered your 50s, and then really slow down the slowing down.
Yeah, absolutely. That is such a great point. All right, let's look at the next one, and it is... this is awesome. Best way for runners to train after 50?
Excellent question. You need to adjust the amount of time you give yourself for recovery. So that's probably the key ingredient to improving when you are in your 50s, and to add strength training. So if you are someone who's been running 5 days a week, 6 days a week, you probably need to cut down by a day or two, add in some strength training. That'll make you stronger, and it'll allow you to do the right training for you and allow you to recover better from sessions so that you can get the best out of the training that you are doing.
Awesome. So if you're over 50 and you want to run faster well into your 50s, 60s and beyond, the good news is we've put together a free masterclass. It's called Faster Beyond 50, and we'll show you exactly how to implement exactly what Lindsay's spoken about in this video in your training. So know when to do strength training, when to do intervals, when to do your easy runs, and more importantly, what sort of pace you should be doing those easy runs. So if you'd like to save your seat for that masterclass, you can click on the link on screen right now. That'll help you recover from sessions faster so that you don't feel fatigued or tired all the time, and that you can run faster well beyond your 50s.